Welcome back, Nerdiverse, to another episode of Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, where we always have such sights to show you. On this Friday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you have your host, the of course Mike G. And with me, as always, is the master of the Nerdiverse himself, Wash. What is cracking, my good sir?
Not a lot. I got a little bit of a little glitchy action happening here. I see Bradley in chat. Yo, let
Yo.
us know if we are glitching or whatnot, because I may have to drop out very quickly if we are. Oh, it went away. So, bonus. But thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm happy to be here. It is Friday night in the
It is
Nerdiverse,
Friday night.
and I'm not going to say that that is the number one place to be always, but a Friday night in the Nerdiverse is like a Taco Tuesday. There's not a bad Friday night in the Nerdiverse. You know what I mean?
No such thing as a bad Friday night in the Nerdiverse, bro. Where is the number one place to be in theory? Is it is
Now that you mention it, like a Taco Tuesday, like afternoon, yeah, that may work. Afternoon ball game on a Wednesday when you're supposed to be at work, also very high on the list. You got any?
heaven probably is the place to be? Eternal rest, like like chilling. You gotta get all the tacos you want, you know. Stevie Wonder's doing a concert this weekend, you know what I'm saying, with Michael Jackson and Prince. Is that too can we uh
Hey,
or
Friday night
or
in the Netherverse,
or the
man. It's
Nerdiverse.
your dream. You know what I mean?
Or the Nerdiverse. So you take your pick.
Um,
Like, oh no, it's gonna be that kind of night, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, apparently. I've been thinking about your AI and holodeck idea, and I haven't really taken it really far, like, been stupid and doing weird stuff, but they are very similar. But it is a question, and one of my controllers down is on my MetaQuest 3. And one of the great things I tell everyone, if you got a couple extra bucks lying around, like I once did once upon a time ago, get
Mhm.
yourself a MetaQuest 3. That thing is freaking cool. There's a
Yeah.
lot of cool things to do in VR. I spent a lot of time in VR playing actually a shooting game with other people. It was freaking awesome. Kind of had powers. You jumped. It was awesome. You chased, get guns. It was awesome. It was cool. There's like 8 people, but anyway, a lot of cool stuff going on in VR. That said, with VR and AI, like there's no reason I mean, with the exception of being able to eat the cheeseburger that I digitally create.
That's the only thing I
Yeah,
want from Star Wars. I just want the little food machine that they have where you just tell it what
Star
you
Trek.
want.
Yeah.
Star Trek, yeah. And it just auto populates it. Nano machines create, your Papa John's for you. That's all I
Someone
want.
someone asked me the other day, they're like, so are we at like the high end tech of what, you thought you'd see in your life? And I'm like, no, for
Nah, not
me,
yet.
outside of teleportation, which I think would be way more valuable than a new cell phone for anyone out there manufacturing cell phone, teleportation. Let's figure it
It's
out,
two for
bro.
me. Interstellar travel is where I think I'll
Take
just
that.
be, or just putting the ghost in the machine.
That
Those are the two things I would say. Like, yeah, this is some science fiction stuff
yeah,
that we're seeing.
yeah. I like both those. I like both those. Ghost in the Machine. I Depending on the circle you're in, some would say that can happen. It's
I say
weird.
that I say that Ghost in the Machine will probably happen faster than interstellar travel.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
just about damn near there, man.
I haven't really seen the Twitter webs today, but I heard some news dropped. I know you don't pay too much attention, so we might have interstellar travel this
Hey,
afternoon.
it's not
I
our
don't know.
interstellar travel; it's their interstellar travel. Let's not get it twisted, dog.
Yet.
Yet,
Yet.
yeah,
Yet.
yeah. Zephyr Cochrane is down there, you
Cons.
know,
We are we are the United States of America. I mean,
we do, they giving ET a beer right now. So how does that cold fusion work? Well, you see human, and it breaks it down. Elon is over there taking notes, stealing, using AI co-pilot to to document the conversation, bro. Still the technology.
Oh, did you just shout out Copilot because of Xbox? I'm
Yeah,
just asking.
because
Okay.
Xbox is hilarious. It's
Uh,
not on the docket, but it's fucking stupid.
I was
All
asking because all right, fair enough.
right, 5 minutes in, I can swear. Speaking of which, are you ready for tonight's episode, my man?
Yes, sir.
We are in an episode of Masters of the Nerdiverse, episode 163, Ugly Sonic Reborn. Yes, he has returned to us, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a pretty loaded, um, I would say, cavalcade of conversations that we're going to be going over with my man Wash. So as he prepares and closes his window for the natures
I
outside.
mean, something just blew in and like cold air just came shooting. The breeze is going. Like,
Hey,
yeah, you know.
man. Have you ever seen The Fourth Kind with Mila Jovovich, where the aliens
Ooh,
just like take you over and you all float
yeah,
and shit? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's not a good time. Like I think there's either two ways you're gonna beat aliens, right? Either you're gonna get the ET phone home, we're okay, or you're just gonna get fire in the sky, where they're literally just like duct taping you down and cutting open a hole and putting tubes and electrodes in your nose, and you're all just jacked up and you can't do nothing, Doug. So
uh,
I don't think there's a gray area when it comes to the
that's
alien
interesting.
invasion.
That's funny.
Either they're gonna be super chill, or they're just like, are they gonna look at us like cattle, bro? One or the other, man. There's
See
no
what
gray
happens.
area, Doug. We'll see what
We may
happens.
know tomorrow.
Shit. All I know is I'm still waiting on my food stamps. Bradley says he can defeat the aliens, Doug. Of course you can, bro. You're our last and only hope, Doug. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
boy, I
Anything
like it.
jumps off, I'm going to Bradley's house. He could beat Freddy Krueger. This guy has a mind like a steel trap. He understands alien technology. He can defeat it all, Doug.
I'm with you. I can
I'm
follow
with him.
orders, bro.
I can follow orders, bro. You just tell me what you need me to do.
Point.
I'm just telling you right now, I'm probably going to be a liability, Doug. I have asthma. I'm not the fastest human, Doug, but if you want some funnel cake, I can whip that up. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
You want a
yeah.
chili dog? I can whip that up for you, man. I got you
Hell
covered, bro.
yeah. Like that.
Speaking of things to whip up, watch. We have four premier topics this evening. One is Firestorm Elite 2. I like Firestorm Elite 1. So I'm curious to see how our conversation goes with that. Star Fox remake just dropped on us this week.
Yeah.
Um Black Panther and the Hulk have been announced in Marvel Tokon. There's a bit of controversy there. What's your thoughts on that? In this super weird Stranger Than Heaven trailer, I just want to talk about it because it's so weird that anywho, we'll talk about it. Out of these four topics, Wash, which one are you most interested to talk of at the top of all things?
You know what? Because I thought the trailer was absolutely fantastic, I'm gonna go with Alien Firestorm Elite 2.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I want to play that
Yeah.
with. I'm sure that I will get on Xbox because we could just. It's probably going to be on Game Pass. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm over here potting. Before we start potting, we start getting into anything regarding the episode 163, Ugly Sonic Reborn. I have to ask Wash the eternal question of the Nerdiverse. How was your week?
Good week, fast week, another weekend made
Ooh,
down. I would say that the premiere of the week, and I'll save it for last. So
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna start with, of course, a food show that everybody should be checking out because
Yes.
that's what I do. So there is a show called 24 and 24. They are
Hmm.
in their third season. This is an absolute crazy show, and this was the point I wanted to make. One of the points. I Have you ever had the privilege and pleasure of working in the restaurant industry, slinging some meat, or doing some sides or running some tables? You know what I mean?
No,
Busting some silver.
I've always been a customer. I've always been a CS guy, never a restaurant
Okay.
guy. Thank God. The
Uh,
restaurant, I couldn't do it. That's the last thing. Nah. Mm-mm.
So, everybody knows I love food. I love food shows. I have all the respect in the world for restaurant people. I worked in a
Oh yeah.
restaurant when I was younger. Once every restaurant world person in the world, like every person cooking for a living, not even restaurant. I'm talking like cafeteria chefs. I'm talking like schoolroom lunch. Like y'all are doing the Lord's work out there. And the reason I say this is 24 and 24 is essentially a show where they take 24 chefs and they keep them in a room for 24 hours and they have to do battle, all types of culinary battle, make all types of dishes, 24 hours nonstop. And the
That's
winner
some
wins a
sauce
hundred
shit.
thousand dollars. And
That's
everybody's getting eliminated along the way. So each, like, hour six, who can cut up carrots the fastest?
mm,
That person wins. Okay, now you need to make a Salisbury steak from chicken and waffles.
that doesn't even make sense.
Bro, it is a great show. They're on their third season and it's absolutely bonkers insane. So, one of my points I was going to say, as much respect as I have for like the restaurant industry, and this is actually leads into my second topic too. Working in a restaurant, like you you literally woke up and you're like, I want to feed people for a living. That's like
Mhm.
you hit the asthma thing. That's like, bro, I want to help people breathe for a living. It's like
Yeah.
it is a noble gesture. And you know what? You know what the problem is that you're never going to be out of business. And
No.
so like you have to feed people all day, every day, because it's not like a day happens and everybody's like, oh, we don't eat today.
It's for me, it's one of the unsung hero type roles, right? Like going into law enforcement, right? There's a calling for that. That is a quick like a bit like it's part of our social, not even part of our social contract, it's part of being a human, right? Like there's only a few things we have to do as a as a conscious creature on the
Right.
planet, right? You have to sleep and you have to breathe and you have to eat. So what can be more, rewarding or more stressful than being responsible for doing one of the three core tenets of being alive? You know what I mean? So those I I love chefs because they always just, I'm a chef. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. And it's so there's something really like admirable. It makes me a little jealous. Like I've always known I'm an artist. I guess I'll just be an artist. That's what I'm gonna draw for the rest of my life, right? And it's like, but having that kind of calling is so, it has to be so rewarding, especially if you're doing it at any kind of level where you just feel rewarded. Like, man, I had a good day today. You know what I
Right.
mean? I had a bad day today, but no matter what, I still cooked my ass off, and I know that. So yeah, I have the highest respect. Anyone from the greeter to the sous chef
Straight out.
to the master chef, anybody that has to
Yeah.
work in that industry
Yeah.
is an unsung hero to me, bro.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah.
Hats off. So, valid point, and that'll lead to my second topic. I did not text you to put it on the lineup because I did not want to rant, but I am going to say, did you get a chance to see the trailer called Tony?
No.
It is
It's-
about Anthony Bourdain. It is his
Oh,
It is
send
his
them my way.
bio. It is
Send them my
his
way.
bio. And I thought you were an Anthony Bourdain fan.
I
And
am.
it's essentially like a coming of age story, like when he's younger, like just starting to become a chef, but going into Anthony Bourdain. And here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not like, if you saw the trailer and you're super excited for this production, here's what I'm going to say. Just go watch Anthony Bourdain in No Reservations or the CNN show. He made like dozen hundreds of episodes of television shows, and I think Anthony Bourdain is one of the top 5 coolest people to have
Yeah.
ever walked the face of the planet. This dude can go break bread with
Anybody.
anybody,
Yeah.
anywhere, and even if he's uncomfortable, he does his thing, and he's Tony. So he talks a lot about himself, his mentality, and I just don't know the absolute necessity of this project.
I don't
So when I saw the
know.
trailer, I was like, man, that's kind of weird, but all right.
Mind you, I haven't seen the trailer yet, which I will
Yeah,
watch because I'm a big Anthony Bourdain fan because I just like the way he lived his life. And it's once again going back to admirable callings, right?
right.
Um, when it comes to biopics, um, I think we only see what they show us, right, in their lives. We only can see what they show us, and I think the art of the biopic is to show us maybe a side that most people didn't get to see. A side of him that may have been reserved to family, friends, and people who knew him. And if you get a good enough actor, I don't know who's playing Tony, but maybe they'll show us a little bit of some inside baseball.
And this is my point, because if you've watched No Reservations, just that series in itself,
Well, you get a lot of him there. You get a lot of him there.
he it literally tells you everything that has happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's like, that's one of the things. And we watch the trailer. Let me know your thoughts. And
I will.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's bad, best. I'll probably watch it maybe, but at the same time, I'm just saying, if you're excited about this and you're like, oh, that's cool, and Anthony Bourdain telling, you know what? Go hear it from the horse's mouth and watch some very, very good television
Well,
and
yeah.
very, very good food shows as well. But Anthony Bourdain is like a 101 for me. That dude is a goat, man. He's freaking amazing. So,
Yeah. It's like
um,
you go see Michael. What are you going to do? You're going to go home and listen to Michael Jackson.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Um,
yeah.
anybody we
I
know,
suppose that's a good way.
anybody we know playing Anthony?
No, but the chef who he's trained with at, I want to say Le Bourdon, Le, I'm Le, no, Le Bourdon's the other dude's restaurant. Anyway, is you just watched them in the Western. What's the Western you just watched? Desperado.
Oh, and Antonio Banderas.
He is the like his mentor chef in it.
Okay, I
So
like. Okay,
yeah,
I'm with it already. I'm down
yeah.
with that for sure.
So,
Bet.
yeah, check it out. And the last thing, wrap it up, dude. I watched them all.
Let me take a deep breathe in, exhale out. Talk to me.
Um, Fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to watching it tomorrow. Like, I can't freaking wait to start watching Mole again. Um, I without going into spoilers, I think that the last two episodes, I'm not going to say that I was surprised by anything that happened, but I think it was done in a way that it back to the chef analogy, like, it was done with a lot of technique. It was done
Yeah.
with a lot of technique, and I'm gonna explain, like, um just one or two things I mean by that. First thing is, in Rebels season 3, Ezra, when they are on the tower and or Maul just blinds Kanan, Ahsoka's there, to go in to get the holocron. Right before all that happens, right? Maul looks up, and that leads to the infamous "I am no Jedi" line that we all know from Tano and all of that.
Yeah.
So, Maul looks up, and his entire demeanor changes because he sees a ship starting to fly in. And
He knows
it's
the ship
like
that
he
is.
knows exactly what's about to go down. And I think that what they did, leads some credence to that acknowledgement of, yeah, no, we all just need to hurry up whatever's
And
about to
leave,
happen.
Doug. Yeah.
um, the second thing I'm going to say is the very last part in regards to, I guess I'll just say Crimson Dawn. As a book fan, someone who really just read the Kira book, Crimson Rising, which takes a behind the scenes look at the Dawn, her rising. Yes, dude is in charge, but this kind of is a gateway into that, which is eventually obviously going to lead to the solo stuff. So if you just want to get a quick nugget of kind of like what's going on behind the scenes in the what are they called, the factions,
Like the syndicates.
in the syndicate. Go read yourself some Crimson Dawn, Kira, Fantastic book. I just rated it a 4 out of 5. Just finished that thing within the last 6 weeks. So that's all about. I'm gonna gush about it. I could go on and on, but this is not a review. And the entire series as a whole, fantastic. Again, I do compare things here. It's still better than Andor season 1. So
You don't like
that is where I'm
Andor,
gonna
that's
leave
why.
that.
You don't mess with Andor.
It's just a different type of beast, man. It's
It
just
is.
because I am still trying. You know how much Star Wars I watch, Mike.
I do,
You
man. That's
know
what makes it so interesting.
I I am still trying to get through my second full watch through of Andor season
It's
2.
just
I
pulling
have watched like
pulling
Bad
teeth, huh?
Batch. I have watched Bad Batch at least three
It's
times
crazy, though.
full circle since, and it's like,
It's just not your speed, bro. You don't have
bro,
you don't have to like it because it's Star Wars. You could just not like it, bro. And just like I
well,
saw it and I'm moving on. I saw it and
it's
you don't have to
it's
rewatch it.
it's not bad. I just yeah, I
It's just
don't
not your
know. Sid
speed, man.
Bradley Andor
Yeah.
season 1 is great.
Season one
Ah,
is great. That's why I'm just like,
ah,
hey, it's fine,
ah.
dude. It's fine, man. You know,
So, Mike, how was your week, sir?
thank you for asking, good sir. I will open with I saw all of Maul and I've watched all of Maul. So we can just segue right into that and I'll give you my thoughts. Without going into spoilers, because it is fairly fresh, I I've been kind of not I haven't stopped thinking about it since I watched it, sadly. Every single day. Something on my feed has popped up, interviews, deeper dives. Um, I love just the entire idea that they can take a character like Maul and pretty much distill him to something that's absolutely not only interesting but relatable. A lot of villains don't ever get to be relatable because they're too busy being meh. We talked about that in our Mortal
Mortal
Kombat
Kombat, yeah.
Nether Realm lore. Go check that out. Um, so to give Maul the spotlight and to give a dude like Sam Whittier the room to really let his brain kind of wrap around and the way he thinks about Star Wars is so interesting. And for Dave Filoni to finally be like, you know what, man, you got it, dog. Let's talk about it. Because most of the time, it seems like they have the kind of relationship where Sam is like, hey, Dave, you know, the airspeed velocity on Maul's metal leg would cause him to shift 13 feet to the right. Man, we ain't got no time for that, bro. We just do your lines, And he would always feel like, oh, But now he has the room to kind of pontificate on everything Maul, and I love that for him. Because most characters don't get that. Shoot, Obi-Wan didn't get that, and it was his own series, right?
Valid.
We didn't
Valid.
get to. It was called Kenobi, right?
We got
We
one
got
scene showing
13%
like
of him.
yeah,
Let's talk
dude.
about the vast differences there. Like Maul is Maul. I mean, there's other lines, there's other like factions and things going on in Maul, but that series is Maul. It's about him, what he's been through, what he's going through, where he wants to go. Kenobi honestly has nothing to do with Ben Kenobi. It has to do with the Inquisitors. It has to do with the Jedi twins. It has to do with a lot of stuff that's not Obi-Wan. I was expecting to learn more about his past. He has siblings that he doesn't talk about. I was expecting to see how he's been
Season
surviving.
2, please, Star
Can,
Wars.
can it
Anybody like
be about
F?
him, please? Obi-Wan is my
Please?
favorite Jedi of all time. He's my boy. So I'm like, finally, right? And it's like, left like Bradley said, left a lot lacking. Say something real quick. I need to clear my throat.
Oh, yeah, no, man. In 100% Kenobi was they. I've watched the scene a bunch of times because I love the scene, and it's just the scene of Kenobi being all in his feelings and whatnot, making his dinner. In fact, when I get rice out of my rice maker, I always think of Kenobi because Kenobi's just like, I'll just sit here and eat my
I'm just
gruel
gonna
after a
eat my
day of cutting
grill
fish.
after
It's
10
fine.
years. I haven't even thought about the Force in 10 years.
But but that's what I wanted because the dude, come on, man. Like, there's ramifications that need to happen, and like emotionally, a person has to go through the
Stuff.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, and
Why
Kenobi's going through it right now. So
why does
yeah,
Luke see Ben Kenobi as that weirdo who lives in the mountains? You
yeah.
know, that's some New Hope stuff right there. Ben Kenobi? You mean that weird guy who lives in the mountains by himself? Why is that the sentiment? We get none of that in Kenobi. Whereas in Maul, you're like you're like elbow deep in, that sounds crazy. I'm not gonna say that. You're really involved with Maul. Jesus Christ. It's Friday and I'm tired. Um and let's just say the ending, I think we predicted it. I think we kind of predicted it in one of our MOTN episodes. And you know what? I'm totally fine with it. No, sure, let's
I'm
do it.
fine, but I was a little sad. I
Why?
can't lie. I was just a
What?
little sad because
What? Why is sad
like,
the emotion that's conveyed?
I
What'd you
mean,
want?
no, not like emotionally sad for the character.
Oh, good sad, not
Yeah,
bad sad.
like I was just like, damn, like
Damn.
really,
It's the
damn,
power.
damn,
No spoilers, but damn. But
and
damn,
you.
right?
And
Yeah.
again, no spoilers, but I think that goes back to their relationship that they had and we spoke about earlier. And I'm like, I don't know if that is your normal Master Padawan type of relationship in general.
Well,
So
it is with Sith. It is with Sith.
valid. That said, now that I think about it, Sabine was not nice to Ahsoka, and I was
So and
you
so and
you
Ahsoka was not nice to
remember how
Sabine.
salty I was about Sabine. I told you when that scene ended. I think I called you. I was hot.
Yeah, you were
I
tight. You're
was
like, this is
I
not
was like,
character. This is
this
not
is
in character.
yeah, this is not character. I was all types of hot, and I still watch it, and I'm like, I don't like
But
it, but
but you gotta understand, Ahsoka's a damn war general. That she probably got PTSD. Ahsoka's Ahsoka's kind of crazy, Tuck. So I
yeah,
wouldn't want to be her
valid,
Padawan either, man.
valid.
It's probably exhausting. And
Yeah,
she was trained
valid.
by Anakin, who was also not the sharpest tool in the shed at that point of his life. So I mean, they talk about it in the Ahsoka show. It's literally a through line of trauma when it comes to that. I would say Jedi bloodline. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They all got issues. You know, I would say even Qui Gon was not a typical Jedi master. And he made an atypical Jedi master in Obi-Wan, who made an atypical Jedi master in Anakin, who made an atypical Jedi master in Ahsoka. So what do you want? They're all
And
weirdos.
and you say that literally just yesterday before I finished watching Maul because I have to do my build up to watch Maul. I watched Tales of the Jedi, and you're talking about Dooku being Qui-Gon's master,
Atypical
an
master,
atypical master
you
who,
know.
Yoda was his master. So, all roads stop at Yoda. Yoda's always at fault. More
Is
trauma,
Yoda
you know what I
is
mean?
is Yoda the Raiden of Star Wars?
I what did I
Is
ask you? I asked you. I was like, bro, I don't know, but yeah, maybe,
yeah, is
maybe.
he low key the source of all their issues?
Like,
Uh,
would any of this happen if you were here?
if you actually were present and
like if
paying
you
attention, if you were paying attention to what was going on, Yoda, if you were actually like doing your job as Grand Master Jedi, anyway, that's a whole nother conversation, I guess. I would not have any Yoda slander here, but
yeah,
Yoda,
me
we got
neither.
you got some splaining to do, Doug. Um, other than that, I watched all of Daredevil season 2 of
Ooh,
Born Again.
dish.
Yeah, so that ended about once again with Maul. It's hard being a nerd because you kind of know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
right? You read the tea leaves. There are really no surprises. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of had an inkling of where they were going to go with this series, and they did, which is good because what they're leading into is a very good storyline with Matt Murdock and Dee Dee and all that. Good ending, emotional ending more than action ending. Um, I'm looking forward to season 3 because it's just gonna get more defenders and more. I'm thinking they're even cooking up like new Avengers stuff and Dark Avengers stuff. So
Mm.
you know what I mean. So and we already have most of the Dark Avengers floating around out there. Um, so I love DD. I love Daredevil.
Ov-
He's one of my favorites.
Overall, someone just tuning in, what would you tell them is the reason to watch this show?
Yes, the reason to watch Daredevil Born Again is to if you're looking for grounded, almost procedural superheroing, you're not going to find it anywhere else. The stakes are always so high in superhero stuff. Either the world's about to explode, or the galaxy is being eaten by creatures, or something crazy. Here is fighting for the spirit of New York. You know what I mean? Think a mix of Law and Order with, let's say, um, Spider Man. You know what I'm saying? It's very much drama. It's very much relationship building, and it's very much like building a living, breathing world that exists among these gods, amongst Captain America and Iron Man and Thanos. It's also Hell's Kitchen. It's also Brooklyn. It's also
Yeah.
Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Very tangible world. Um, where we're still at this low level, the unimaginable happens. If you're a fan of any of the Netflix stuff, if you watched Daredevil seasons 1 through God knows on Netflix, or Luke Cage, or Iron Fist, even, or Jessica Jones, this is just a continuation of that. And what's cool is if you're just jumping on Born Again, you have so much content you can watch to fall back on while you wait. I'm jealous of people who are like, man, I like season 1 and season 2. What else can I watch? Just go back and watch all the Netflix stuff, all of it. It all ties to this, right? Jessica Jones. I just watched Luke Cage season 1 again on
Mm,
Netflix. I just marathoned it because it's so good. Season 1 of
yeah.
Luke Cage is really, really good. Method Man's in it. Um, and I watched seasons 1 through 3 of Daredevil maybe a couple of months back. Those are really good series. And they were the standouts of Marvel for a little while in that weird spot in phase 2 where you're getting Thor the Dark Worlds, you know what I'm saying? And
I
all
mean,
that yah.
the Daredevil stand out of television.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good TV. It's action, and actor who plays Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, is just people are aching for him to be in a Spider-Man movie, but the rights are all jacked up. Um, but that's my
Charlie
sales.
Hudson, Charlie.
Charlie, why do I want to say Charlie Day? Hell no. Um, Charlie. Um, I forget. Dang,
I
what's
just
his name?
figured you can let it go. I just thought maybe it'd jump in if I said Charlie. All
Yeah,
right, keep
Charlie.
going.
Dang. But yeah, Charlie Cox. Thank you, Bradley.
Cox,
Thank you,
thank
Bradley.
you.
Charlie Cox. Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to make the definitive Daredevil suit so I can get my 1/6 scale and add him to back there. That's my only gripe
Ooh,
about this series, is that he's still in an evolution of his character,
I
so
was
we don't
gonna
have the
ask.
iconic
I was gonna ask. Do
suits.
we get red suit yet? No.
We
All
got a
right.
red suit, but it's not right. You know,
Okay.
it's like it's like how Spider-Man in the MCU from Civil War all the way to No Way Home is the evolution of the character. He's not truly the Spider-Man you know and love until the very end of that movie. All that is him going through his growing pains. You know what I mean? Going through school, learning about his powers. The same thing is going on with Matt Murdock. He's evolving to be the hero Daredevil. He was wearing black spandex in the first season, got his body armor. That was kind of bootleg. Got a new armor. Still no DD. I want the double D's on the chest. We talked about this before. He gets the double D's. That sounds so wild, but he's wearing all black. It's not the same. It's not the iconic suit. It's the Shadowland suit, which is fine, but it's not the iconic Daredevil look. So, and it's what's cool about this season is that he painted his suit, and as he's getting battle damaged, the black is peeling off, and you're starting to see the red shine
Mm,
through. So it's kind of like he's going through a metamorphosis
ah,
almost. By the end of
all
the
right.
show, half his mask is red again, his chest plate's red again, so it's like, what's his final suit gonna look like? That's what I'm waiting for. Because I don't buy multiples of characters unless they're really important to me. Batman, Superman. I don't buy multiples. So I'm just
Yeah.
waiting with bated breath for that iconic Daredevil look because he has to be in the collection somewhere. I've loved Daredevil since I was a kid. He's one of my dad's. I think he's my dad's favorite. Shout out to Mike Prime. I think that's his favorite Marvel character. I may be wrong, but yeah, excellent show. Ended well. We'll see what season 3 brings, and I know I'm going to be watching some of that Netflix stuff in the meantime. Oh, and Punisher is next week. Punisher one shot. He's getting his
Oh,
one shot show.
that's
One
next
last
week.
kill. That's next week. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Excellent. I forgot about that. Is that a one episode or is that
Yeah, it's like a
multiple? Did
one.
we figure
It's
out?
like
All right.
it's like a 1 hour. Remember Werewolf by
Special.
Night
Yeah.
special?
Okay.
It's like
It's
that.
it's
It's
that. Okay, I got you.
maybe an hour
Punisher.
and a half, maybe 90 minute special, something like that. But I'm looking forward to that because it's Frank Castle. We've talked about him. Frank is Frank. Good old Frank. Other than that, I'm not. I know we're getting Crimson Desert, right? The ex who keeps calling, right? So that game pissed me off last night. Can I just vent for a second? Is this a safe space?
Right.
So I'm playing Crimson Desert, and
I
all
got
of the
no feelings on it one way or the
okay,
other.
just let me
Knock
get it out,
yourself
man.
out.
Just let me get it out, and I promise we'll continue. This won't be long. I'm playing through the game, and there's a puzzle in the middle of the forest, right? There's always something in this game. Puzzle, right? And it's the most convoluted puzzle ever. They just have these stupid convoluted puzzles that'll give you an experience pip because you don't gain experience through action in this game. You have to find these little puzzle boxes, and they give you experience. So hey, free experience. I need to upload something. I spent 3 hours on this puzzle. I went to YouTube to cheat. It still took 3 hours because it's one of those puzzles where turn this way and it rises this, turn this other way, it rises that. You have to get it until it's right, right? And I'm like, F this puzzle, dude. I'm about to quit this whole game. This is abuse. I'm not going to sit here and be abused. And I'm like on Reddit, and they're like, oh yeah, all you have to do is jump on top of them and do this and cheat. That works? Hell yeah, it works. So I don't know. I go up there, I do whatever they tell me to do, and it actually worked. And I finished it in 10 minutes. And I'm like, I hate this game. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't I don't feel good playing this, man. It is,
Yeah.
and what's stupid is it's constantly being updated. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we have flying cats, and you get to build your own dirigible and all this stupid. Stop making the game great because I hate it. It's such a bad relationship of a game, dude. I'm gonna play it later. It's so bad. You know what I feel like? I feel like you ever seen that Seinfeld episode where Seinfeld's dating that girl who's really nasty and mean to him, but she's beautiful and she's like great in like
Yeah. I
in great
got
in
you.
bed. And he's like,
Yeah.
it's like my penis and my brain are in a chess match, and I keep letting the other guy win because it's fun. I feel like that with Crimson Desert. I feel like my heart and my mind are in a chess match, and my heart is like this is fun. And my brain is like none of this makes sense, bro. Why are you still
Have you
playing this shit?
progressed in the game?
No, I feel no progression. I feel nothing. I feel like Captain Barbosa and Pirates of the Caribbean. When I bite into an apple, it turns into ash in my mouth when I play this game, bro. This is no hyperbole. I played that game for like 4 hours the other night. 45 minutes of it was doing that stupid puzzle. And I'm in my camp, like, did I progress the story? No. Did I find anything new and interesting about the game mechanics? No. Did I get any new moves? No. But I found this armor piece and this cat's follow me around now. I guess I got a pet cat. I guess I'll call it for the night. What? It's I just I need
Interesting.
something else to come out, Doug. I need something else to come out.
Interesting.
Doug. So I
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anything is gonna come out.
but but it's so much fun.
That's funny.
It's
That's
such a
funny.
hard. I'm done talking about it this time. But yeah, would I recommend this game? Hell no. This is I literally did. I literally had a 3 gig download the other day, and I don't know why. I think another 2 gig is coming this weekend. So this game has already eaten up like 200 gigs of memory at this point. I think I'm just like, set me free, dude. I need someone. I need someone to come to my house and like literally uninstall it for me, dude. Like
That's
just get this
funny.
thing out my life. But anywho, with that, that was my week. A lot of content watching. Citadel is back on Amazon Prime. So if you like spy stuff, Citadel season 2 just started again with the guy who played Icarus in the Eternals. Man, Marvel really ruined the Eternals, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
Jesus! But yeah, he plays a spy. It's pretty cool. So shout outs to that. Yes, it is, Mike. Yes, it is. Um, ready to talk about some content, bro?
yes, sir. Let's do
Let's
it. Let's see
let's
what's
jump
on
right
the
into
docket.
it. Yes. So we get the trailer for Alien Fire Team Elite. A lot of Alien news lately. We got Isolation last week. Fire Team's coming out. They're making a big push. After watching this trailer, I'm super hyped. The first one was super good. Just pretty much iso. What do they call it? ISO, not isobaric. Like ISO. It's like four v four. It's a four player shoot 'em up where you team up with your buddies online and you just kill infinite waves of aliens.
Oh,
Um, Wash, after watching this trailer, is this something you feel like you would want to play? Are you what makes you more hyped? The gameplay um or the license? Is it
I'm gonna start with the fact that Alien, whatever, whoever is in charge of their games, they need to put out like a cease and
cease and
desist
desist?
letter for other games being named Alien. Because you're right, Mike. This is the third or fourth week in a row
In a
where
row.
we have an Alien title. And luckily, we have xenomorphs. So I knew this one was about xenomorphs. I knew last week too, but that's because I've seen a xenomorph and that game was scary as hell. So, um, I, in answer to your question, am not. I was excited about the gameplay until you said
Okay.
just endless waves of shooting
I mean, it's more than
xenomorphs.
that.
I
It's
mean, if there's a story, yes,
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
in. I
plot,
was think, I was like, dude, I can Left for Dead this. Like, that's
So,
fine as long
it's
as
very
there's a
Left for
decent
Dead.
story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it
Mhm.
looks like it'll be a good time. I like the different variety of xenomorphs. In fact, this game may give us more xenomorphs than. Well, I guess the show did give us some xenomorphs. They gave us xenomorph like summer vacation for a minute there, or something like that.
Holiday
So
Road.
uh-uh.
Ah,
Ah!
Holiday Road.
Little like dancing back and forth, you
Yeah,
know.
Holiday
And so,
Road.
uh, yeah. So, in closing, yes, I do think that this is cool. I did not play the first one. I do remember the first one. It was on
Played a little
like
bit of it.
OG Xbox, wasn't it? It's old,
Nah,
isn't it?
it's fairly new. It was on current console. This is a fairly new series. This came
Really?
out like the
I
beginning
wonder what the
of
one is
the
I'm thinking
of the Xbox Series X era. You're probably thinking about Alien versus Predator on like Xbox, OG
I'm
Xbox.
not gonna remember. I don't think that's it because I remember that cover. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I thought that the Fire Team Elite would. I thought there was an earlier version of this game. So anyway, it looks cool, man. Like I have no, especially if I had a big TV. This thing would be
Big
epic with
ass
like a
TV.
giant freaking TV, man.
OLED, bro, with fire
Like,
and stuff.
dude,
The
look
sound on
great.
the sound that the freaking automatic rifle makes it. That like like you hear the xenomorph screech, Doug. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
I have a question for you though.
Mhm.
Um, do you think we're gonna get any of those cool aliens from Alien Earth? You think they got the license to throw those in there as like to mix it up a little bit? Are we gonna get the little wall thing that just hung there? Are we gonna get those blood leeches that attach to you and
It
steal
didn't
your
really
juices,
look
Doug?
like it. It didn't have that
Nah.
feel. It had,
Oh,
xenomorphs and Resident Evil xenomorphs and Dead Space
yeah.
xenomorphs.
Boo-hoo. You're
So,
right. A man can dream, right? Like mix
yeah,
it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be oops, all xenomorphs. You know what I mean? And all the flavors of the rainbow, right? And that's totally fine.
Yeah,
Action figure me up. I want Panther xenomorph. I want Spider xenomorph.
yeah.
he said main xenomorph. Is that the xenomorph who took over Terrence Howard? The main xenomorph?
Ah, I
because
remember that.
T Howard always says Maine, like Iron Maine. So yeah, I'm down with it. Maybe even some of the Alien Romulus stuff
Mm.
with the hybrid, the offspring, so to speak. Maybe they mix it up a little bit. But we only see. I'm very hype. Like I said, I'm down to play this. I'm gonna get it on um Xbox Series X for the off chance we may be able to co-op if this is on. I think it's gonna be on Game Pass.
I would
So
assume it's going to be on Game Pass. I don't see this having a super large audience. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you like shooters. There's a ton of other shooters. I don't know. Did the marathon story make it?
yes, it did.
All right, fair enough. I'll save it.
Sp- Speaking of which, we can segue right into that.
Oh, smokes.
This man, it's we planned this out, ladies and gentlemen. No,
Not
we
at
really
all.
don't. No, we don't. We
Not at
really don't.
all.
It's just kind of off the cuff here. Speaking of things that weren't planned out, Sony reports a 765 million dollar impairment loss due to the underperformance of Marathon developer Bungie. Um, this almost doesn't seem fair, but it's totally their fault. How do you feel about epic failures, Wash?
This is going to go under epic failure because I had to look up the economic definition of impairment loss. And
Yeah.
what that means is irrecoverable loss.
Jesus Christ.
They have
Irrecoverable.
deemed $765 million of their $3.6 billion acquisition as an irrecoverable loss. So
What do you do?
that is not good because the article was like, well, and Marathon, to my point, shooters, you know, there's a lot of
Yeah.
shooters out there. There's a lot of competition. So I would imagine Aliens on Game Pass simply because what are you going to do? Keep it on the freaking shelf?
Yeah.
Like, it's too much competition.
Too much comp.
That said, I thought Marathon was shut down till this article hit. So
I thought it
I
was
am
too.
shocked to hear that there is a large marathon, like not large, but there is a base out there, and even more shocked to hear that like gamers who do this say, you know what, it's a tad bit too complex. It actually
Mhm.
made me want to jump into marathon to see what everybody's freaking talking about. Because it's like,
Yeah.
what do you mean too complex? It's a shooter, man. And it wasn't really a good one. But here's this professional gamer saying, nah, this is dope, but it's too complex for the average person. So if anything, they may have gained a marathon person because I can't imagine I have to pay money for this thing.
It's got to
I
be free,
imagine I
right?
just have to download it. I
Just
don't
yeah.
know. But the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to wrap it up, is that they were hoping that, or trying to figure out, hey, how can we monetize Marathon? Because, the people who like it really like it. So how do we
Yeah.
expand that? Even if you expand it, and even if you come out and make Halo 5, 6,
6.
Halo 6, $765 million is a hefty little sum to have to make up. So you need like two or three Halos
Just to balance
before
that out.
just a dude. That's a bad buy, bro. It's a bad buy. And I'm gonna stop right before because I don't want to. I'm not gonna go on a rant. But Warner Brothers for 70 billion.
Mhm. You do the hot math on that, right?
We're just talking about how do you get your money back from some of this stuff, especially when you're looking in the news and you see this type of thing. It's like, oh, they're gonna do things, and it's like they can't do anything. And now what? Do you
Now what?
continue just to you do you want to take another $765 million irrecoverable loss? No, no, you don't.
Bradley said, "What is marathon?" And that's part of the problem, isn't it? What is marathon? That's a big part of the problem when you're playing with $765 million. Why is it not a
hopefully,
household name?
Hopefully, this article and people and this show have had people go and they go check out Marathon and they make some back of their money. Because at this stage, bro, I hope so. That's rough.
It's rough because I don't know who these salesmen are. I don't know who's in this room pitching this to Sony. Like, yo, dudes, we got it. We got it. We got Bungie. They made Halo. How much did Halo make overall? XYZ billion dollars. We got the formula right here. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna throw this out like Ninja Stars. Marathon, baby. Check it out. We got the music here to prove to you that this is gonna work. Lenny Kravitz. And they have Lenny Kravitz in the office, like jamming out. Marathon! They're selling this bad boy crazy for them to be like, you know what? Sure. So, how much you need to make this what it needs to be? 765 million. Sure. It's like, how much are you willing to invest in a lightning in a bottle scenario? Right? How much are you willing to invest in a not sure thing? Right? And it's like these games that take off, I don't think there's a scientific equation to constantly map this thing. What do? They shoot the gun, dog, in different configurations is what Marathon does. Um
And I'm
these
going to
comp
answer that because I wanted to look it up myself as I'm thinking about downloading it. Marathon is a high stakes PvPvE
my
extraction
god.
shooter developed by Bungie in a sci fi universe where players, as cybernetic runners, that's the quote, not me, explore
Runners.
the abandoned colony of Tau Ceti 4. Players scavenge for loot, fight enemy teams and AI, and must reach an extraction point, risking all their gear if they die.
These
Doesn't sound fun.
what does all that mean? Bradley, you're killing us. You're not wrong though. You're not wrong, bro. What you're not okay, that's the problem, right? What does any of that mean to me, right? Like, why
I'm
is that
dying.
enticing? Why is that enticing, dog? That's I would like a cheeseburger, please. This is a bison reduction with a au jus bacon, sauce with a peppercorn. I just want a burger, dog. But you have to understand that we flew out the meat from Switzerland, and I just want a cheeseburger. So it's the. I think this is so frustrating because it's like games as a service is not it's not. It's two things here. One is that people are still counting COVID money. You know what I'm saying? People are still counting money. Like video games blew up from 2000 to 2023, right? I mean 2020 to 2023, right? Um, and just bringing in money because everybody was at the house,
So did
quarantined.
my eBay store.
See, you can't count that money now. I mean, well, the way things are looking, you may be able to count that money again in the future.
Soon.
Jesus Christ,
Soon.
soon, soon. But it's like these companies are banking on these games as a service, these gas services, and none of them are taking anymore. It's not the hot thing right now.
No.
You know what I mean? And they're putting so much money. You know how many of these have died in the last 2 years? What's the other one that just died? That's not Marathon. That was made by
Cyber, yeah,
the
I
one
know what you're
the one that was
talking
made
about.
yeah, the one that was made
Yeah,
by the Overwatch guys. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? People aren't with it like that anymore, man. And it's like, when are you gonna learn? Sometimes you just make a good video game. How about that? No video game should cost $765 million to make. That's like that's the GOP of a small island nation. You know what I'm saying? Why are you putting this much investment into a video game? This isn't why it just doesn't make sense to me. Is this technology so enhanced that that's what it really costs to make a game nowadays? That number seems a little insane for just for Marathon. Or is it in regards to the entire isn't Bungie's entire investment that's called into play? But then again, Marathon's the only thing they've done for Sony since they've been acquired. So chicken or the egg, right? I don't know. I'm no businessman, Doug.
Put out a Halo game.
How about that?
That's my best thing. My best advice to this company is call the Halo people and go, we can pay you in nickels and dimes, but please come make a Halo game. If it does well, we'll pay you on the back end. Please?
Bradley asked, what console game brings in the most besides GTA? FIFA.
Call of Duty, FIFA.
Those are just money printing machines
Yeah,
because people need their FIFA. People need
yeah,
their Call of Duties, and even Call of Duty falls off from time to time.
yeah.
So yeah, Halo's not selling. Halo's for unks. You know, kids aren't playing Halo. Kids aren't even playing Fortnite anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we're just waiting for the next big thing, and it sure as shit ain't this. Apparently, but
Sorry.
Wash is going to jump in and give us some hands-on reconnaissance, aren't we, Wash?
I'm gonna see if it's
Yeah.
free. I'll give it 15 minutes. See what
Hey,
happens.
if it's free, dog, can't kick that out of bed for crackers. Speaking of things that aren't free, I wanted to talk about Stranger Than Heaven. I what This is a new game from the guys who make the Yakuza Like a Dragon games. And this trailer left me dumbfounded. It was like a 15-minute showcase with a 7-minute trailer with a 7-minute song that literally was just a cavalcade of stars. It was just, this is who's in the game. And Snoop Dogg is in the game. And Snoop Dogg Jr. is in the game. And even actors who have passed away, we got the rights to put them in the game. And big flourish of presentation. Not one single gameplay in the entire thing, right? In the trailer, mind you. Wash, the reason I bring this up is because I wanted to ask you, are you impressed with grand gestures of like the polish of the game, or is it really the gameplay that that pulls you in to a world like this?
Before I answer, answer to Bradley's question, maybe Mike can answer because I know you know a little bit about these two items. I have no
Mhm.
idea how they make money and stay in. I have zero idea.
From my understanding, it's just games it's not games as a service. Roblox. It's funny. It was my grandmother's birthday. Shout outs, Nana Prime, as it were. you know, um, and my aunt bought one of our little cousins a Roblox card with Roblox bucks. You know what I mean? Like a little $20 card. I was like, "What's that for?" And in his little voice, he was like, "So I could buy new games." You know what I'm saying? So Roblox sells games within the game that you can
Mm.
buy. So you get these Roblox dollars to buy games within the game. I think Minecraft is very similar, where to buy resources, you have to spend US currency to do so. So these games are making millions of dollars a day because people need their new house or need their new Roblox level that someone built. So yeah, those games aren't going anywhere because these are the games that have the youth locked in, right? It's not Stranger Than Heaven. It's not GTA 6. It's Roblox and Minecraft, where that's where the youth are, the babies are playing, dude. You know, the little
And I
ones.
will say, if you can get a gift card for it at Target, then it's fairly going to be fairly popular. You know what I mean? It's not like they have your local convenience store there.
Yeah,
So
you can get a
yeah,
Roblox card at a gas station. That's how
yeah.
crazy it
So
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's nuts. So in answer to your question, how about grand gestures? You know what, man? I guess it really depends on the project and my faith and trust in what it is that I'm seeing. Because I've
Yeah.
seen grand gestures before, and I can't think of any right off the top of my head. But in gaming, there's been way more than a few, and in movies, there's been way more than a few.
Yeah.
That said, when you think about it, and I don't know, do you play Yakuza or Like a Dragon? Are you a fan of those
I played
series?
Yakuza Origins and it was okay. You know,
Okay.
it's not like Fallout where I'm like live, eat, and breathe that stuff. But I understand the appeal of those games. They're good games.
I played a couple of minutes of Like a Dragon, like one of the newer games, and it's just not my thing,
Yeah,
so I
same
put it
here.
down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I wasn't in it long. I probably didn't even give it the effort. No, I didn't give it the effort or attention it takes. What I'll say is that those are extremely popular games. They can't seem to make a bad game. In answer to Bradley's question, you know what? Both these games also print money. Yakuza and Like a Dragon, they both
Yeah.
sell like gangbusters. In fact, Avowed, one of my games that I'm playing that I speak highly of, I think one of the reasons it didn't sell well is it came out against the Like a Dragon game and Monster Hunter
You have to
Wilds, and it
fight
just
that.
got
Yeah.
smoked. And it's like, what are you going to do? This trailer, you know what? It looks like one of those games. So,
No.
I don't.
It's weird. I find it distracting, right?
Grand gestures.
Yeah, like eh, uh, developers is what wakes me up. There's a new game coming out from software. Ooh, what are they doing?
Mm,
New game comes out. Capcom. Ooh, what is this gonna be? Right? That's what excites me. But when it's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson is Mega Man, like I don't care, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this man's face. It's a very Kojima thing where it's like Norman Reedus is Death Stranding. I'm like, I'm just playing as Norman Reedus running around. It's hard to, and it's kind of the superhero rule. Never cast a major star to be your superhero because they're not going to
right.
see the hero; they're going to see the star. You know
Right.
what I mean? You can't, and like if Dwayne the Rock Johnson as Superman's just never going to fly because all we're going to attach ourselves to is the
Don't
person.
try to tell him that.
Don't try. Oh, he tried, bastard. Oh, rest in piss. Anyway, I don't like Dwayne Rock Johnson. He seems like a bully, and I don't like bullies. Um, anywho, I I'm not. I'm probably not going to get this. You know what I'm saying? Just let's just be full transparent. I will never knock this team. They do great work. They're
Mhm.
Sega's baby right now. They're the one thing that keeps Sega afloat. These Yakuza games. You know what I'm saying? Not Sonic. Damn, that's I know hate's a strong word, but I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the guy. Remember the Milana thing where it's this old ass with the perm? It's like N-word. Like, what are you doing,
Damn.
dog?
Damn.
You drives me insane. Anyway, um, I don't know. I just don't like when it's too bombastic. You know what I mean? It just kind of takes me out of it a little bit. After 3 minutes of this trailer, I'm like, okay, I get it, got it. All right, I kind of know where this is going. And then Snoop's like part of the song comes in, and I'm like, okay, you're doing too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I know a lot of people were digging this trailer, and we can move on, but it's not even a we'll see. I'll be happy when we hopefully this gets more. No, I'm trying to fit my.
I
I'm out of
know.
focus.
I
I'm
know.
trying to.
I
I'm trying
know.
to get it to
Just giving you a high five, man.
high five.
Damn. There's
Yeah.
that.
Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So yeah, Stranger Than Heaven. We'll see, man, but not really. Maybe if it's on Game Pass, I'll check it out. But these games are never really my cup of tea. But I just wanted to talk about like that grand gesture versus gameplay. You know, the means that
Yeah.
do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was an
Yeah,
interesting topic.
I'd much prefer to see gameplay. You just give me the gameplay so I know what I'm getting. You know what I
Sell
mean?
me. What am I going to be
I,
experiencing?
if you had been able to play Crimson Desert before you bought it, would
I
you
would
have
have
bought it?
never bought it. No, I
There you
bought
go.
what?
And
I
that's
bought
why you
Crimson
don't
Desert.
have the option.
No, because I didn't know. I didn't know what the game was. I bought it so we can code. I was like, me and Watch could play this together. Why would I just get it on next. I didn't know what the game was. I bought it straight for the vibes, and I paid the ultimate penalty, dog. Never again. Never again. Speaking of things that are getting vibes, are you ready to play some more Star Fox, bro? Are you ready to play some Star Fox on Nintendo Switch 2?
I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, so no.
Neither do I. Neither do I. So apparently, this
I
is a
do have a
Star.
Super Nintendo emulator though.
Ooh, play some X Men Mutant Apocalypse on that bad boy, dog. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
some Star Fox.
Yeah, or some Star Fox 2. I can't let you do that, Fox. Apparently this is a 1-to-1 remake of Star Fox 64, which is
Mhm.
totally fine. One of the best video games of all time. No one's gonna argue that. Yeah. Bruce Dose. Yeah, Bruce, my one of friend of the show, Bruce. He was a Star Fox guy. When I was a kid, I didn't have an N64. Um, so that means I do. Yeah. Um, but Bradley did. So I would go to Bradley's house to play N64 when we were kids, and he had Mario 64 and Star Fox
Yeah.
and GoldenEye, and they had it. Dog. So I love Star Fox. I've always loved playing games. Ace Combat. Uh, don't get me started on Rogue Squadron. It's one of the best games
Hmm.
of all time to me. So when they say, okay, we're doing a remake of Star Fox, remakes are tricky because it's like I don't want a one-to-one remake because now I'm playing an N64 game. You know what I mean? And that's dated. How are you going to make this modern? And apparently they're going to be mixing it up a little bit. They're going to have stages are going to be reworked a little bit, new cutscenes, of course. But Wash, is this a system seller for you? Is this like is the Star Fox brand strong enough for you to be like, I gotta play it, dude? How much is the Switch to
Me?
you?
No.
Mm,
No, no,
mhm.
especially a remake. If you told me brand new game, like I almost bought it. I almost bought a Switch for Metroid when Metroid first dropped
Right,
because
me
that
too.
that is a system seller for
Boy,
me.
that came and went.
Yeah,
Ugh.
dude. Um, um, is it a system seller? No, but had you made a new game, I'd be way more interested than a remake of something I played before. I am glad to see Star Fox is back. I am glad to see McCloud is back. I'm glad to see some updated graphics. We'll tell a very quick story. Apparently, I have a friend of a friend who played Peppy in
Really?
Slippy. Slippy? Is
Okay, like
Slippy the
voice acting?
frog? Yeah.
Slippy. Yeah.
Yeah, Slippy,
Ah!
the frog, and all of a sudden, when the new movie came out, his phone and he started getting messages from like all these kids, like 8, 10 years. I love Star Fox,
Slippy!
like
Slippy!
and he's like, and
Falco!
I just found this out by talking to a friend of mine. He's like, dude, why are people like what's going on? He
You better
doesn't really
lock
pay
in,
any
bro.
attention,
That's
and
money calling, bro.
he's like, yeah, they made a new
Yeah.
movie, Star Fox, and he's like, oh, so when they announced this today, I'm like. Ah, dude's probably getting a ton of messages. No idea what's fucking going on. Just
You better
like
tell
what?
homeboy to lock in and
So
get that
it's
bag,
funny.
bro.
So anyway,
He's
um, fun little story. But yeah,
very cool.
uh, yeah. So I am glad to see Fox is back, but make them a tad more. I guess it is accessible. I just don't want a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it's gonna take something big for me to buy that system,
Yeah.
especially when I have my Switch over there collecting dust. Um, there is a little controversy about this trailer because a lot of people are weirded out because they think that Fox in particular looks a little too real, and they're getting a little bit of uncanny valley going on where they're like, why does Fox look like that? Where he looks, and hence the ugly Sonic Reborn title, because people are comparing him to ugly Sonic from that first Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. And it's a thin line, right? Like you choose the art style, you rock with it, right? Bradley says trolls. So yeah, I mean, it's always trolls. I mean, rage bait culture is profitable, sadly. But I'm a firm believer in the uncanny valley. You know what I mean? And I think that you have to dedicate a art style to something like this, anthropomorphic creatures. So I think that um, in this regard, I think they look great. If you're asking me personally, Mike G, what does this look like? It looks like a next gen Star Fox game. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you would expect other than this, outside of literally cell shading, Arc System Works style animating it, which would be excellent. But you either go one of the two directions. Do you find a problem with this art style, Wash? Or are you cool with it?
No, it looked fine to me. I didn't even think anything of it when I saw it. I was like, it actually looked probably better than than I thought it was going to look on the Switch, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm all right
Yeah, and,
with it.
and mind you, they're going to touch this up. This is our first look at it. They
Yeah,
have months
true,
upon months upon months to
true,
tighten all this stuff up. It's going to look
true.
great.
Yeah, it
Uh,
probably won't even look much like what we saw today. They're definitely going to thin it out a bit. So yeah, no, valid,
yeah,
super
it's
valid.
not it's not going to look anything like this by the time this
Yeah,
thing launches.
no.
And you know what I'm saying? Movie would be better though. I mean, I haven't seen the new Mario, and I know Star Fox is in it, and I'll hold my judgment there. but people are saying that he looks better in the movie than he does here. And I'm like, Bradley's right. It's a movie. It-
Hmm.
It's gonna you have so much more opportunity to sharpen scene for scene. This is a moving video game with choices and directions, and you have to account for that. We're not at that place yet where video games look as fluid as movies. We're just not there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's going to take a little bit of time and give them a little bit of grace. Especially this thing is running on a Switch too. This isn't a damn PC rig or a PS5 Pro. So hinder your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of expectations, I want to talk about this. So, Marvel Tokon is the newest Marvel fighting game from Arc System Works. We've talked about this before. Arc System, the guys who've done Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball Fighters, they make beautiful fighting games. They're getting the Marvel license and making their own fighting game. So we recently received an announcement at this last Evo Japan that we're going to be getting an Incredible Hulk character and a Black Panther character. The problem is that we're getting Shuri instead of T'Challa. And all of the geeks and nerds are up in arms because of this. How dare you have T'Challa erasure, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing heavy quotations because people have to troll.
That's funny.
Wash. Um, how tied are you to a character that you can't allow any other version of them? Is there any character in media that you would be upset if not necessarily upset, would you be bothered? Because I think none of these people are really upset. Would you be upset if you were expecting a character to be a certain way and it was presented to you outside of your expectation?
The only instance of this I actually have is Total Recall versus New Total Recall
Mm,
with Guido. What's his name?
yeah,
The
Aquato. Yeah.
Quado,
Open your
and
mind.
right, open
Yeah,
your mind. And then in the New Total Recall, Quado is a 40-year-old like old man, and he's like, "I'm Quado," and
lame,
I was like,
garbage.
"This
That's not what I want.
this is not." appropriate to what
Uh-uh.
this character is in any way, shape, or form. This dude in a trench coat who looks like just got us like so. Anyway, that's the only instance that I have. No, I wouldn't say that I'm completely married to that, but I haven't seen 20 like Cyber 2020 Darth Vader. You know what I mean? And it's like. Ah, I'm silver and red and I'm Thundercats. Like I don't know how I'm gonna react to that if that's
The
presented
fake.
to me in like a Star Wars movie. It's like, oh, okay. Maybe. No,
Don't, Bradley,
maybe
don't talk
not.
to me. Don't talk to me about the fake Jordan,
Fake
the Hollywood fake Jordan. Uh, yeah, it's like we're gonna make Darth Vader, but it's his daughter. Oh, you mean Princess Leia? Yeah, but now she's Vader. No, she's Princess Leia, but we put the mask on her though. Still Leia,
yeah.
but
So
she has a black lightsaber. But I don't know. One thing about Tokon is they're really trying to let us know we're not Marvel versus Capcom. You know what I'm saying? We like, please separate us from that thought. We're gonna make different choices. You know, their ghostwriter is Robbie Reyes,
mhm.
is not Johnny Blaze, for example. Nobody cared about that shit. Total. Where's our Johnny Blaze eraser, right? And now we're getting Sherry as the Black Panther, which I think is dope. I want to see
Yeah.
different variations of these characters. If you're a comic book fan, you love Legacy. You love like like what's the word I'm looking for? Lineage, right?
Mhm.
You know how cool it would be in a fighting game if you were playing against the Flash, but it was Wally West and not Barry Allen. It's dope when they do stuff like that. I think it's cool.
Little different flavor. Yeah, man. I didn't see any issues with it. In fact, I think it looks great. It's coming along like a fantastic project. October, I think they said. So
Oh, I can't wait to
definitely
play this,
definitely looking
man.
forward to this one. Absolutely.
They'll have T'Challa, but for a fee. You're not half wrong on that, Bradley, because these games always hold a couple of like gold mine characters for DLC. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Venom's making this roster, but you'll be damned if Venom is not going to be a DLC character because they know he'll sell.
4.99.
Deadpool is going to be in this game. He's not going to be for free though. You're going to have to pay some money for him. So yeah, you're going to get your different versions, different because all you have to do is just make a deluxe skin. It's T'Challa. Give him the
Hmm.
same move list, deluxe skin. Who cares, right? It's technically the same character. I hate people are going to fight me for that, but you can kiss my ass. They kind of fight the same, dude. So get out of here. Um, even with Iron Man, no, you couldn't do War Machine because War Machine kind of does different things. But they did the exact same thing in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. All
Yeah,
War Machine was Iron Man swap. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I don't know. I mean, nerds relax is kind of my,
correct.
you know,
Agreed.
yeah. I
Agreed.
think at the end of the day, give me a high five on that.
High
Nerds,
five.
high five. Nerds, relax. For some reason, I keep going in and out
Yeah,
of
I'd never seen that
focus.
before coming from that Nerdiverse.
I don't know,
Might be
but
the aliens that
it
look
might.
behind you.
I was talking shit, dog. Talk shit, get hit. I guess. You know what I'm saying? Oh, oh well. Let's move on to our final topic of the evening. Is we got a new trailer
Oh,
for the Odyssey. This was my most uh anticipated film of 2026 for our MOTN awards. Um, and I'm kind of losing a little bit of steam with this one. I watched the trailer. I don't know how much they're holding back, but we got to see some really cool stuff. I'm a big fan of Greek mythology, big fan of the Odyssey. Wash, what were your thoughts on the trailer? Are you hyper for this movie? Or are you kind of um, still cautious?
I am going to be cautious, even with the names attached to it, especially knowing that they said the runtime might have been close to 2. They definitely said it wasn't a 3.
Yeah,
So they have a lot of work to do, or that they're planning to do in this movie, it looks like. And thus, The Odyssey is not a small book. Right. So it's how do you tell a concise story that makes sense and feels like I don't know if there's a part 2 or whatnot coming. But that said, um, it was better than the first trailer.
yeah,
I
I'll
don't
give it that.
know. I don't know if I'm still like. I think it's gonna be honestly a relatively. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna bag it. I'm sure it's gonna be just fine.
You
But
think it's
it
gonna be like?
doesn't. It looks like it's gonna be a tad bit more of a slow burn
I hope
epic,
not.
which isn't necessarily bad, but coming from the Odyssey, it's like going to a Hobbit movie and they just focus on them walking on the trail the whole time, and then you get
Yeah,
to the end, it's
you
like,
know.
yeah, I don't know. It was better than the first trailer. It has not moved up into my anticipated things list. So that is what I will
Man.
say about it.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna make a movie about the book of Leviticus.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like what all can happen. And I love the Odyssey. It's one of my favorite stories as a kid. Like I said, I grew up being a big Greek mythology guy. But what I was hoping was that my hope was we're gonna get more Inception Nolan and less, Tenet
hmm
Nolan. I was hoping he was gonna really just kind of bring back that fantastical, things I've never seen before with my eyes type vibe that he was on in his earlier days of making movies. You know what I mean? And it seems a little too quiet for me. Like I want to see something that's wow. Like you get to see the tempest in the ocean. You get to the sea of monsters. You get to see them going through the sea of monsters and stuff like that, which sparks my imagination, right? Because anything could happen. He has to fight this. We see the Cyclops, right? But I don't know. I think I'm expecting Clash of the Titans, and that's not what I'm going to get from Nolan. But we might get that because there's a lot of weird stuff that happens in the Odyssey. It's a fiction.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm hoping he leans into that fiction more and gives us some things we've never seen before. And I didn't get that
When
in
you
this trailer.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I would say no, that's not the way this is leaning towards, and
Yeah,
and I would say that if that's what I had saw, I would be way more excited for it than that. Not to say that I want to see a CGI film, But they're going through the sea. We get the big monster that rises out. They do the battle. They move on. You know what I mean? From just what we're saying, it's kind of especially when you just look at the color green of it, it's kind of like we've
Exactly.
seen this
We've
movie
seen this before.
before. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Again, I don't want to bag on it. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And the names behind it, they know what they're doing. The names in it, they know what they're doing. So they
Also,
I'm sitting here on a podcast on a Friday night. He's Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Um,
He's
one
from
last thing.
Boston, but
He's
that's
from
an inner
Boston.
joke before the
Yeah.
podcast that we don't need to go into. But
We
I'll
really
just say
don't need to
that.
go into
No,
that. What the last thing I'll say is that Robert Pattinson is not threatening at all. Is that just me?
no, I don't like
He
him as
doesn't
Batman.
feel threatening at all.
I'm
Like
not a big Robert Pattinson Batman guy. I don't get it.
like like he was threatening as Batman because he didn't say a lot. He would look brooding and stand over people, but in this trailer, he's like trying to big dog, Tom
Yeah,
Holland, and I'm just like, man, I'm not worried about you. I'll fold you, Doug. Get on my face. What I'm saying? I'm a Spartan. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'll fold you like a blanket, Doug.
He was like
Like
110 pounds soaking wet.
soaking wet.
Ah,
I'm gonna take over your kingdom, man. If you don't stop soft speaking to me, Doug,
bro.
I'll slap the shit out you,
Sit
bro.
down.
Go sit
Sit
down. I'm gonna get my girls and die over here to slap the fire out your ass.
down.
Will get on my nerves. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I'm still highly anticipating it. I'm just trying to weather my expectation. It's all
I
about,
think I think that's
you know,
smart. I think that's
I
smart.
don't want to go and build me up Buttercup and be bummed out about it. I
Yeah,
want to
I
enjoy
think
it.
that's
You know what I'm
smart.
saying? Yep. With that, we have reached the end of our episode 163 Ugly Sonic Reborn. Out of these four topics, Wash, at the end of all things, which one ended up being your most interesting topic to talk about? Which one did you have the most fun with?
I actually think I'm gonna say Alien Firestorm.
Yeah.
I think I
Okay.
say Alien Firestorm, man.
Sticking with it,
I
huh?
dig it. I like it. I dig it. And I also think games need to be step called Alien, unless it's Alien. So
How do you?
figure
You
that whole
can't.
thing out. I don't care. Figure it out, man. Like it's a
My,
big trademark, but figure it out.
it's such a. I think that's the worst part about it being called Alien. Is like you might as well just call the movie Water.
Uh,
you know how you trademark water. You know, it's a term. It's not called
But
Xenomorph
every game
Firestorm.
that comes out that doesn't actually show what it's about, I'm like, is this about a xenomorph? And I think that that's a problem for Alien as well as the people putting out the game. So I think it is in everybody's best interest.
Yeah, I mean,
Or they're just making money off Alien's name, in which case, what?
that it's still true to this day that the mom who's going Christmas shopping does not know the difference. I know my baby likes Alien. What's this called? Alien Death Storm. I know he'll love it.
Yeah.
Bring it home. Mom, you got the wrong video game. It said Alien. And now little Lord Fauntleroy is bummed out because he's not shooting aliens and fighting xenomorphs. He's doing some other thing. But I think a lot of companies you know bank on that. We're gonna call we're not Dr. Pepper, we're
Yeah.
not Mountain Dew, we're Mountain Don't. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Somebody will mix it up and buy our
Yeah.
product, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It,
100%.
hey, is that a hustle or is that a scam?
Marketing. Marketing. It's just
Marketing.
marketing. It's marketing.
Hashtag marketing. Marketing. That's where the big bucks start rolling in. Wash, any final thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
Not as much. Hope everybody has a fantastic, almost summer type of weekend, and I hope the weather's nice where you're at. Get outside or stay inside, playing games and watching stuff. Either one is fine with me. Eat some food. That's
Eat
it.
some food, watch some Anthony Bourdain. For those
Yeah,
who can celebrate, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I think is that this Sunday?
Sunday. Yep.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Babies, mamas. For that, I would say please remember to like our content. We need all the likes we can get. We're putting up content. Just a little spoiler. Guess what? It's almost this time. Guess what time it is? It's random select time.
Right.
It's random select time.
Hi.
80s versus 90s. We're about to fight. I don't know who's gonna win. We're gonna figure it out. Subscribe to the channel so when that goes live, you're made aware when those episodes go. And comment, let us know your thoughts. Are we totally off base with Black Panther? Is that not your Black Panther? Let us know and leave your nasty comments so we can read them and laugh at you secretly from the Nerdiverse layers. Um, if that is your sentiment. With that, I'm of course your host, Mike G. He is, of course, Master of the Nerdiverse Wash. We are the Masters of the Nerdiverse, and I'm going to say MOTN out. Have a safe, great weekend, everybody. Take care.